Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. You can't turn back, you come too far, you can't give up, you work too hard. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. You can't turn back, you come too far, you can't give up, you work too hard. Just keep going.
Hello and welcome to Dissertation in 90 Days. I'm Dr. J, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today. This podcast is brought to you by Grad Mentor Network, where our mission is to support doctoral students through every step of their academic journey. Whether you're just starting or deep into your research, we're here to help you succeed. Today's topic is one that hits home for many of us: the imposter syndrome, overcoming self-doubt in grad school. This feeling of not being good enough or doubting your achievements is something nearly all grad students experience at some point. Let me share a personal story with you. During my first year of doctoral studies, I remember sitting in a seminar surrounded by brilliant minds. Every time someone presented their research, I couldn't shake the feeling that I didn't belong there. I felt like an imposter, convinced that it was only a matter of time before everyone else realized it too. This self-doubt was paralyzing, and it made me question my place in the program. But here's the thing, I wasn't alone. As I opened up to my peers, I found that many of them felt the same way. This realization was a turning point for me, helping me understand that imposter syndrome is a common experience among grad students. It's part of the journey, not a sign that you don't belong. So, if you've ever felt like you're not good enough or that you don't deserve to be where you are, know that you're not alone. In this episode, we'll explore ways to overcome these feelings and embrace your rightful place in academia. Let's dive in and tackle imposter syndrome together. So, what is imposter syndrome? It's that nagging feeling that you're a fraud, that your success isn't really earned, but just a result of luck or timing. It's a persistent inability to believe that your achievements are deserved. You might constantly worry that others will find out you don't actually belong. The symptoms are all too familiar. You might feel like a fraud, attributing your accomplishments to external factors rather than your own skills and hard work. There's often a fear of being exposed, a sense of waiting for the moment when everyone realizes you don't really know what you're doing. This can lead to overworking, perfectionism, and a lot of stress. Let's talk about the numbers. Research shows that imposter syndrome is incredibly common among grad students. In fact, some studies suggest that up to 70% of people will experience at least one episode of imposter syndrome in their lives. Among grad students, this number might be even higher. The pressure to perform, the high expectations, and the competitive environment can all contribute to these feelings. One key study from the Journal of Behavioral Science found that imposter syndrome can significantly impact academic performance and mental health. Students experiencing these feelings often struggle with anxiety, depression, and a lack of motivation. It can be a major barrier to achieving your full potential. But here's the good news. Recognizing that these feelings are common and part of a broader experience is the first step to overcoming them. By understanding what imposter syndrome is and how it manifests, we can start to tackle it head on. In our next segment, we'll discuss practical strategies to manage and overcome imposter syndrome. Stay tuned as we continue to explore this important topic together. Now, we're unpacking some powerful strategies to overcome imposter syndrome. If you've ever felt like a fraud or doubted your accomplishments, this segment is for you. First things first, recognize and acknowledge those feelings. It's normal to have self-doubt, but the key is to see these thoughts for what they are, just thoughts, not facts. Take a moment to acknowledge what you're feeling without judging yourself. Self-awareness is crucial here. By understanding and naming these feelings, you start to take away their power. Next, let's talk about reframing those negative thoughts. Our minds can be our worst critics, but we can train ourselves to challenge and change these thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, "I don't deserve this," try to counter it with evidence of your hard work and achievements. Keeping a journal can be incredibly helpful. Write down your successes, big and small, and note the positive feedback you receive. Over time, this practice can help shift your perspective and remind you of your worth. Seeking support and mentorship is another vital step. Connect with peers, mentors, and advisors who understand what you're going through. They can offer advice, encouragement, and sometimes just a listening ear. Joining support groups or academic communities can also provide a sense of belonging and validation. Knowing that others share your experiences can be incredibly reassuring. Now let's celebrate those small wins. Grad school can feel like an endless grind, but taking the time to celebrate your progress is essential. Did you finish a draft? Celebrate. Did you get positive feedback? Celebrate. These moments of recognition can build your confidence over time. It's about acknowledging the journey, not just the destination. Developing self-compassion is equally important. Be kind to yourself. Understand that making mistakes and facing challenges is a part of the process, not a reflection of your abilities. Practice self-compassion exercises like mindfulness and meditation. These practices can help you cultivate a kinder, more forgiving attitude toward yourself. For example, try a simple mindfulness exercise. Sit quietly for a few minutes, focusing on your breath. When thoughts of self-doubt arise, acknowledge them and let them go, returning your focus to your breath. This can help create a sense of calm and perspective. Self-compassion meditations can also be beneficial. Take a few moments each day to speak kindly to yourself. Phrases like, "May I be kind to myself," "May I accept myself as I am," and "May I give myself the compassion that I need," can make a big difference over time. Remember, overcoming imposter syndrome is a journey. It won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort and the right strategies, you can start to change those ingrained patterns of thought and build a stronger sense of self-belief. In our next segment, we'll continue to explore more practical tips to help you thrive in your doctoral journey. Stay tuned, and let's keep moving forward together. Let's start with a simple exercise. Take a moment to write a letter of encouragement to yourself. Think about the advice and support you would offer a friend in your situation. Write it all down. This can be a powerful way to shift your perspective and remind yourself of your strengths and achievements. Another helpful exercise is to list your strengths and accomplishments. Set aside some time to reflect on what you've achieved so far. Write down everything, no matter how small it may seem. This list is your evidence against those imposter thoughts. Whenever self-doubt creeps in, revisit this list to remind yourself of your capabilities and hard work. Now, let's talk about some resources. One highly recommended book is The Secret Thoughts of Successful Women by Valerie Young. It delves deep into the concept of imposter syndrome and offers practical advice on overcoming it. There are also numerous articles and podcasts out there that address this topic, providing both insights and strategies. At Grad Mentor Network, we offer workshops and webinars specifically focused on dealing with imposter syndrome. These sessions are designed to provide you with tools, techniques, and a supportive community to help you navigate these challenges. Check out our website for upcoming events. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Have you experienced imposter syndrome? What strategies have worked for you? Send in your questions or share your experiences with us. We might address them in future episodes or on our social media platforms. Now, as we wrap up today's episode, let's quickly recap what we've discussed about overcoming imposter syndrome. We've talked about recognizing and acknowledging your feelings without judgment. It's crucial to understand that these feelings are normal. and that self-awareness is the first step to tackling them. We also covered reframing negative thoughts and keeping a journal to document your achievements and positive feedback. Seeking support from peers, mentors, and joining communities can provide a sense of belonging and validation. Celebrating small wins is important for building confidence, and practicing self-compassion can help you be kinder to yourself during tough times. Now, I encourage you to put these strategies into action. Start with just one exercise and see how it feels. Maybe write that letter of encouragement to yourself or list your accomplishments. Share your progress and experiences with our Grad Mentor Network community. We're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Dissertation in 90 Days. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. For more support, connect with us at Grad Mentor Network. Visit our website, join our webinars, and engage with our community. Next time, we'll dive into another essential topic to help you succeed in your doctoral journey. Stay tuned and keep moving forward with confidence. Until then, take care and keep pushing forward.